Make sure we live first. Yo, what up, y'all? Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure everything is straight before we get started. Yo, what's good, y'all? So this is going to be part 3 of the Andrew Tate, Just Pearly Things, and Brittany Renner debate. All right. So before we get into this thing, man, y'all already know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Try to get this video out to as many people as possible. Before we get in today's topic, man, I just wanted to speak and talk a little bit today about gender roles. We had a little discussion on my Facebook page today. I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly did not think that it was gonna be a back and forth with this particular guy today. And I find it kind of crazy how most of the people that have the most smoke is modern day type of chicks, simp, and beta males. And for the most part, I try to make sure that I keep those people as far away from this page, these channels as possible, because we're trying to move the thread. I mean, move the needle, not keep it in the same spot. But we were basically just talking about, gender roles and how he felt like that, the partnership works. Again, I respect it, whatever. It's cool. Men and women are the same. They're equal. They're partners. So I asked the question, I was like, so everything in the household is equal, correct? Like, yeah. Equal responsibility. They both, pay or whatever, you know what I mean? And so I was just curious. I was like, so y'all have equal responsibilities. There are no gender roles or whatever in your household, correct? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. She's a boss. Man, listen, when I hear that, when I hear a guy say something like that, I mean, it automatically lets me know what type of guy he is. But anyway, so I asked, and I'm speaking facts right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie anything. I was like, so say for instance, right? If a guy broke into the house, a burglar, they broke into the house. I don't know what they were gonna do, but they just broke into the house. At this point in time, are there gonna be like any gender roles or anything? Like, is she gonna be responsible for handling the burglar? Or are you gonna be responsible for handling the burglar or whatever? And after he beat around the bush the first time, I asked the question again to hopefully get an answer. And the answer that was given to me was, we both have our license to carry. Okay? So what does that mean? And he was basically saying that, he would allow her to handle the situation. And I'm just thinking, what respectful man in their right mind would allow, and again, this young man, he's a young man, he is fully capable of handling the situation, would honestly allow his wife, his girlfriend, I don't know what they are, to get out of the bed and go take care of the situation when you're a grown man, bro. And I think at the base of everything, if you don't have the money to provide, I understand. But protection, at least, that's your woman. That's the lady that trusted you. She loves you, whatever. They've been together for like 3 days. At the very least, do you not feel the need to protect her, at least? I just could not wrap my head around that situation. You're telling me as a man, you would not get up out of the bed and go defend your house, defend your woman. I don't know if they have children, but defend you would not defend the house. You would actually let your girl and your wife do that. That thing it bothered me, man. It honestly bothered me. And I don't know what the heck is going on, man, but again, I will scream this until the next 50, 60 years. Men and women are not the same. I do believe that there should be gender roles. It's certain roles that people have to play. And if you can't, again, at the base, understand that you need to protect the people around you. Like, you can't, honestly, you can't call yourself a man. You know, a man, as a man, you should want to be a leader. You should want to lead. You should want to be out in front and make sure that you're protecting everybody else around you. But anyway, today, guys, you know, we done got through with that. So today, again, we're gonna be talking about just pearly things. Let me go ahead and share that to the screen real quick. So this is part three. This is 3 hours long, man. So we're gonna be here for a while. All right. So before we get into all of that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and allow everybody to get in here, whatnot, man. During this time, you guys remember, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and we gonna get into it. What the heck is my what's the name stuff, bro? There we go. All right, we're gonna give it about, how long y'all think we should do today? Give it roughly about 10 minutes. 10 minutes for everybody to get in, man, and then we'll go ahead and get it started. All right, see you guys in a sec. My bad. My bad, y'all. Thought I had done did that. Hold on, wait. Before we... Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it, man. Before we do, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping and whatnot, what have you. Had some people that commented. Just don't know how to get to the doggone comment. Where is it? Social chat. Here we go. All right. That guy is definitely a simp male. Why would you not go be the man and take care of that? I don't know, bro. I really and truly do not know, bro. You know what, man? I'm gonna refrain from calling people names. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why a guy that's with a woman wouldn't want to protect her. Why would he allow a woman to? It just don't make any sense, man. It don't make any sense. It is what it is, man. But hey, if you quote unquote happy, cool. Please help these guys, KD. He definitely knows nothing about being masculine. I don't know, fam. I don't know what the heck is going on, man. Today was a great day. It was a really great day. It is a good day, but that was weird to me. Like I've honestly never heard any male, any guy, and I think the guy's older than me, ever say that they will allow a woman to defend herself and defend him, and you are fully capable. I don't know, man. That thing really got me tripping right now. I want to go ahead and knock out this doggone live real quick, because again, I'm over here tripping. If you want to say school these cats, KD, but hey, I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try to get them as much knowledge as I can. Like they say, man, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I can feed you knowledge all freaking day, but if you don't eat it, if you don't take what I'm trying to give you and use that thing, hey, ain't do nothing about it, man. It is what it is. Anyway, man, we're gonna go through one more, then we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. All right, Osbury, I'm ready for this. You got the popcorn now. Well, let's get it then, dog. Let's get it. Got the popcorn now. You say you ready, so let's get it then. What we waiting on? Is you finished or is you done? All right, man. Hopefully no echo. Wait for it.
So at the end of the day, if you
We do have an echo, so let me fix that real quick. We do have an echo. Let me take care of that. We got this right here. Why the freak is there an echo? That don't make any sense. Okay. There should not be an echo. What the heck? All right, let's see. Let me check the dynamics real quick, people, and make sure we all good before we get started. Audio, that's coming from here. This is coming from here. Yeah, I want to say we should be good. That's weird. We're not getting anything from there, anything from there. Oh shit, it's Nick. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Let's do this again. I got you. My fault, y'all. My fault. We about to get it. Bam, there we go. Let me rep, man. That thing really got my dog on. I'm just like, what? I'm really over here tripping. I have never in my life, I've never heard a man say that. I've never heard a man say that. Ever. I'm tripping. Let's get it.
But you pick who you sleep with.
Okay.
So if you pick a guy.
Before you renew Amazon Prime, watch this. Look, I love Amazon Prime. Free 2-day shipping is great.
It's getting girls pregnant left and
No,
right.
but she doesn't know that he's not going to be there. She doesn't know that.
If she married him, she'd be alright.
She trusted this man to be a father to a child, and now she...
Oh
I
shit.
just think that.
Damn, where were we?
Do women prefer to be monogamous with a low-value man or share a high-value man?
Well,
Wait a
look
minute,
at society.
Holy
You tell me.
shit.
Ask
Where were
me.
we?
Wait, so
Where were we?
The reason a lot of this doesn't exist, the reason men don't have morality installed in them, is not just about the individual case of the man. It's about
I think we're here, right?
father to a child, and now she's left with a child, and no one's gonna support her.
Marry her.
Don't you think that's unfair?
Should have married him
I
first.
mean, you can get
There we
married.
go.
Of course.
You get married, but
I'm
she's
not
not married
saying
now.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You
just
think
like
marriage is what solves problems? Are you guys
Now,
actually
what I'm trying to say, marriage will solve her financial
You've already
problems.
spoken, Auntie. Please don't cut me off. This is the problem, yeah? Stop acting like every woman that leaves a marriage and gets divorced is because she's this and she's that. There's a lot of women that suffer and they actually need the support and the legal incentive so that they know when they leave, somebody can back them up because they'll be on their own. Stop acting like men are angels, because there's a lot of men that are dealing with a lot of the traumas that they have from a man's world being difficult. The same way that Andrew Tate explained, a man's world is highly competitive. Men are out there suffering. It is hard to be a man, and a lot of the time, the person that takes the brunt of it is the woman. So yes, she's well within her right to leave, take her child, and be in a better place, and the government should step in to make sure that that man that made her make that decision steps in for their kid.
Can I say
Because
something?
the time that she takes to take care of the child is the time that she doesn't have to go to work. So she's already done on income, and she's having to be taking care of the child on her own. That don't make sense. Not every man is a bloody angel, and not every woman is a devil.
Don't pick a
Wait, hang on a minute, hang on a
I'm
minute.
gonna leave. Go ahead.
Hang on a minute.
How do you do that?
When did I say man was an angel?
How do you do that? How do you do
Yeah,
that?
how do you
do that?
pick the
How do
right
you do
man?
that?
I'm talking. I'm talking.
No,
I waited. I waited.
Yes, you
I
did.
waited. Right? So now it's my time to talk.
Talk to me.
What I was saying to her is, right, is that
I like that. Talk to me.
if she got married first, then she would have been alright. She would have to be fighting for the court. So the same law that you're saying would have supported her and her child.
And no,
That is the difference between getting married first.
No,
and that's
only
what I'm saying.
difference-
And that's what when
Getting
people say
married just
that.
gives you more money.
Hang on a
That's
minute,
not
hold
a
on.
divorce
Listen.
and kids.
You
It's
said
not a good decision, yeah?
Excuse me, but I shut up when you were talking.
Go on, apologies, my auntie.
Right.
I didn't mean to disrespect you.
So what I was trying to say is that
That lady is a character, man. She is off the chain, though, for real.
there is an incentive when women get married first and have children. Because I'm not saying that you. I'm just saying women in general. If a woman gets married first before she has a child and then it leaves, then it's totally different. Like he said before, she's set up for life. If she
But
leaves,
auntie,
she's
just
set up
like
for life.
Tate
So if somebody
Set up for life
else,
without marriage, though. That's the point.
No,
I'm tripping. Now, Auntie did almost interrupt her one time, but she let her rock, and now they continue to interrupt, and I'm not rocking with that, man. Show her the same respect that she showed you.
It's
you say what you want to hear.
No, and as a person, again, let's ask somebody who's actually going through, because none of you fucking know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to child support, lawyers, none of that shit. None of you fucking know, okay? So you don't. The reality is, if I would have gotten married and did everything right and did everything the moral way, right? Guess what? All I would have on top of what I'm going through with child support is alimony. So I'm still in the courts fighting, whether I'm married or whether I'm not. So that I get what you're saying, because hey, you at least get the commitment to, maybe back up that he's gonna be there, but it doesn't ensure anything. Everybody wants a fucking guaranteed thing. There's no guaranteed in life.
We're talking different places. When you're in America and you're married and you're divorced, you still got to fight for your money. And we just
Yes,
not
you
in
have to
England.
get a lawyer.
Right, not in England. In England, you get a lawyer and it's sorted. That's the difference.
But you
don't have to be going there saying, "Oh, I need this for my child and I need this." Once you get divorced and you go to court, it's that much.
Alimony and child support are different.
I'm saying she just spent £50,000. She's still fighting. You have to pay that here. You would not have to pay that here. You would not have to pay that here. You would not have to pay that here. Do your research. You would not have to pay that here. When you get divorced, she wouldn't be going for all the battle that she's going. It'd be simpler in England to get divorced than in America.
She will
That's
take
what
your
I'm
money.
saying. In England,
Take your money. Don't get married. Have a parental partnership.
But-
Love
But
your woman.
auntie,
Pay whatever
I
you
just
pay
want
for
to
your
make a
kids.
point. You know what you were saying? Get married. Even Tate said it himself. Men don't want to get married anymore.
why are you not telling what he's saying? Why are you not twisting what he's saying? You're not even listening to what he's saying.
It's not attractive anymore.
Isn't it
It's not
true
a loss for a man.
Isn't it
You're
true
not-
that a lot of men...
Wait.
So, if men don't want to get married anymore, I think the argument would be, don't have a child by him then, man. If he's not going to give you a commitment, then why would you give him a baby?
Take what he's saying and you're twisting it to suit yourself.
No, I'm not. He literally said... Tate, didn't you say that
Tell you
men
something,
are
Auntie,
scared of getting
she on
married
fire,
now?
bro, like for real. She done fought a couple people.
Because, like you said, with child support, they feel like there's no advantage.
And
so
alimony,
you say just
alimony.
get married. It's not that simple because men don't want to marry you.
Well, okay, so let's analyze that point. And first thing, back to the child support thing. What's actually interesting to talk about is there's a lot of countries in the world where there is no child support system, and it functions, right? So you have to, if you want to pay attention to actually, learn about society as a whole, it's very interesting to study all the different societies and economies in which there is no child support, and children don't die. I mean, people get divorced and they still find a way to function. And it's interesting, and it's a very long conversation because it extrapolates about how the whole society works. So that's the first point. Second thing, I'll actually sit here and argue the point that I don't think any man really ever wants to get married. I think that women convince him to get married, and I think that any woman who is genuinely serious about convincing her man to get married could do it. I don't think, in the modern world at least, men wake up and go, can't wait to get married. But what they do is they get a chick who's so good and ticks so many boxes and makes them so happy, and she'll sit there and say, you know what, it would mean the world to me. Please. And he'll go, oh, for fuck's sake, all right then.
I ain't gonna see all that.
So I still think you can convince 99.9% of men to marry. The point I was making is, the society isn't convincing the man to marry you. It's not like it used to be where the man believed he had to be married. Society's done the opposite. So it's your job as a woman to make it clear to him that it is worthwhile. Once again, how would you convince a man it's worthwhile for him to say, that's my wife?
Be feminine. Be feminine.
Status. That's how you do it.
Status.
This is a misunderstood hack to men as a whole, is status. If you can convince that man that by marrying you, his status will increase amongst his peers, he's going to do it. And for anyone out here who disagrees with me, the things men do for status, let's actually analyze how baseline men are. What is status? Status is respect, right? Men kill over respect. Gangs kill each other over respect.
The reason I put lead gen on a license plate Lamborghini is because the fastest way that I found to 6 figures a month.
We'll get you.
Man will smash another man's face in for insulting him. We will die for respect and status. You tell me we won't get married? We'll die for it. We'll go to the front line of a war, and the only reason we don't walk away and abandon our post as artillery shells let rain is because we're afraid of being mocked for being a coward. We'll die for status. So status is what it's all about. It's what it's always been about. You want a man to marry you, status. And it's the same thing with nearly anything you want to do with a man. I don't know anything about your personal life. I'll be honest, I don't know, right? But I'll tell you this now. If this dude, this NBA player, believed that he would be higher respected amongst his peers and amongst society for taking care of you properly, that's what he'd fucking do.
Damn. Hot diggity dog. So go back to, Brittany Renner, getting with the NBA player, having a child by him or whatever. Now, Brittany Renner, she has a habit of, I'm not even gonna pull up her social media, but she has a habit of showing her goods like to the world or whatever. He's talking about status. Can you make him look better amongst his peers and amongst other people or whatever? And you sitting out here flashing and showing the world your goods, is that making him look better, or is it to make him look, well, I'm not going to say make him look worse. Is that making him look better? That's a yes or no question. I think it's pretty safe to say, no, that's not going to make him look better. You sitting out here, with your titties out, your butt out or whatever, that's not making any man look good. Reason why he probably chose not to stay committed and stick around like long term.
He doesn't feel that because either he's rolling with the wrong people, or you've pissed him off in a way, or something public's happened. I don't have a clue. But something's happened where he feels like, if I take care of her, I'll look like a bitch. That's what he's scared of. If it was inversed, he had no problem giving you money. Because that's how men function. I'm telling you right now, as a man, I'm telling you what I would do. If I had a chick with a woman, right? And she went on the news, top cheese this and fucking, like I said, I have no idea what you've done. But I'm just giving my personal made-up scenario. She would go on the news, top cheese this, and he fucking lied to me, he's a piece of shit, da-da-da. And then I bought her a Bentley. One was like, well, look, she insults Top G, she insults him, and he's a simp, da-da-da. But if she was like, you know what, he's misunderstood, he's a good guy, it just didn't work out, boom, boom, boom. I bet she'd be in a mansion, right?
And we'll take care of him.
Me being a nice guy, caring about her, or let's be honest, would it be me being a selfish piece of shit dude and say, what makes me look better? Men are all about status, is how we function. It's how we function as a whole. So society, this is where it extrapolates, it gets interesting. When society, with this new thing, has destroyed all of the baseline humanities and baseline understandings of how men interact with women. And now, all the things we previously understood about what made a good man and what made a good woman and how we should act together and how we should interact has been erased.
Rip.
Of course men are acting like dickheads, and of course women are doing wrong things, so nothing makes sense anymore.
We were just having this discussion as well, man. Everything done pretty much changed, man. You got the women that are acting masculine, and you have the men that are acting feminine. And the problem is, they don't see anything wrong with it. Just soft, no backbone, no structure, no nothing, no leadership, no guidance. And they honestly believe that that is the way to go. Everybody is equal. No, brother, no.
You've taken the chessboard and moved all the fucking pieces around. Nobody gets it. It should be very simple. I'm a man, I work hard, I take care of my woman. I'm the man of the house,
God damn. Did I not just say this before the doggone live stream started?
treats me with respect. She would never insult me or raise her voice to me in front of other people. She's a problem. She brings it to me in private. We act as a team. We work together. If we break up, she was a good woman to me. She fulfilled her role.
Still a team. Still a team, but still understanding the roles, man. Just understand.
The best she possibly could. I'm still a man. I'm going to take care of her. But all of that is gone. All of it's gone. All of it. And it's gone because of all the ideas we were discussing earlier. The feminism, the new age bullshit, fucking dudes left and right and center. All these things, all these baseline things have eroded society to the point where now you have men ignoring their paternal instinct.
To what? Didn't bro, I was just talking about this. We just had this exact same freaking discussion. I have not watched this video to this point. I have not. Just got done talking about the exact same thing, man.
Men who will sit there and go, "That's my child," but I fuck her. That's actually a massive observation to make about how fucked up society is. And it shouldn't be that way because men in a lot of the world are not like that. And so you have to look at all these small things. The small things we talk about, it's no big deal. She goes on boats in Miami, it's no big deal. It is a big deal because now that dude ain't gonna want to fucking pay child support because you were on those fucking boats with his fucking the other team.
And the thing is
a game.
Do you think that men?
That as well says Sagittarius.
Oh my God, man. Shut up with the Sagittarius and all that other, I don't even know what the name of that stuff is. Shut up with that, man. All right, just Pearl about to chime in with her question. Please don't let it be off the wall. Come on, just Pearl.
Do you think that men marry for like high status families? Like I'm thinking of like Ivanka Trump. Like would someone marry a girl for like status in that way?
Well, that is one of the most, I mean, if you look at arranged marriages, it's all for status, right? That's an example. But men primarily marry for, I'd argue that men, and I say this about men, but women do the same thing, right? Women love the idea of getting status from a man. Women love the idea, and this is where it actually gets a bit messy. The waters get muddy. Because women love the idea of bragging about the man they're with. But they can only brag about the man they're with if other women want that man. So you're saying you love women who get cheated, women love getting cheated on. That's not true. But women do not like men that other women don't want. If you were to say, look, I got my man, he's perfect, he's rich, and every girl in the room would go, I would never touch him. Oh, shit. Well, I don't want him either, man. What the fuck?
But you know, can I add on top of that?
But it's true, right? Women want men that all the women want.
Do you know what's the best man that woman wants? Is the one that every girl wants, but he doesn't want them.
Okay.
A selective man.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's more
but
valuable
that's
than
the
the
problem.
top
But
chick
that's
that
the
thinks every
fantasy.
hoe.
You're saying
That's
that
the fantasy.
but Tate,
No, that's
you're
not
saying that
fantasy.
men are now
That's
polygamous
selective.
and women should accept that. That's the problem. Men are continuously disrespecting their woman. Like, yeah, you know what? You can't be with one woman. Now you want to keep cheating with all these
But
different women.
that's not what he said. He's saying if you're gonna go.
Yeah, I think she's missing the point yet again. Because when he started talking about what she's talking about, he was basically talking about the 1% type of man that every woman wants. If every woman wants this type of man, that means he has a lot more options. He's getting a lot more stuff, butt, booty, whatever, thrown at him. But you could easily just dumb down the thing that you want in a man or whatever. What they always say, settle. For an average man, that guy's going to treat you like a princess. You ain't got to worry about him stepping out on you, cheating, doing any of these things. He's going to treat you with the utmost respect and all that. But the problem is, most women, well, These women in particular, they don't want to deal with an average guy. They want that man that every woman wants. And just understand, if this guy, if he chooses to be faithful, then that's his choice. He can choose to be faithful. But the higher up you go, the more likely that that guy is going to probably cheat. Not saying that I'm not saying that all those guys up there cheat, but the chances are a little bit more likely because, again, he's getting more women throwing him the draw. What Tommy said on Martin's got
Go
the
if you're
draws.
gonna go for a high status guy. If you're gonna go for
Come on, man. She about to make my point.
It's the shirt.
Come on, fam.
Look at Nate. His shirt.
The hell?
the top 5% of guys, that's what comes with it. And if
Yeah,
not,
but
then go for the average guy.
Can I just say that?
I'm
So
just
is
saying.
it okay for average guys to stick with one woman then?
It's not about okay. It's okay for anyone to do whatever they want. I'm not sitting here saying what's okay and what isn't okay. What I'm talking about is observations about the baseline realities of how humans function. What I'm telling you is if you give a man unlimited options, like the men at the top of society have, on a long enough time scale, he will explore said options. That is a fact. Like I said earlier, you can walk into a car garage and buy a Nissan, and that's reliable and they'll never let you down. Or you can buy a McLaren. You cannot sit, like women do, and go, I want the McLaren that's reliable like the Nissan. Well, guess fucking what?
Don't work
That's
like
not
that.
real.
It don't work like that.
Choose.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Tate? Can I ask you something?
I wanna
Years
go next.
ago, right, do you think it makes a difference? Because years ago, if you want to meet a man, you go out there, you actually talk. But now you meet a guy, he can go and check out your ID and see what you're all about.
Oh,
You think that by them being able to look...
How many guys have I told, bro, listen, before you get involved with that young lady, check her social media. Like, for real, that social media is the blueprint. They always talking about Facebook is out here ruining relationships, YouTube or Instagram, Twitter is out here ruining relationships. No, it's just shining the light on all that ish that's done in the doggone dark. Most people cannot hide that ish. They just want to show it to the world. Take advantage of it, man. Social media is the blueprint. It's going to show you everything that you need to know about most people.
Look and see what you're all about. That makes a difference to how they perceive you.
100%. I think society is fundamentally and utterly broken. I think the way that men and women interact is broken. I think that men are broken. I think that women are broken. I think everything is completely fucked. Genuinely. And this is where we go into the small things. We're talking about status. You're right about IG. If I go on a date with a girl and I look at her Instagram page, I'm sitting there thinking, does this make me look good or bad? Yes, I want her to be hot. Yes, I want her to have followers. Yes, I want everyone chasing her. But what's that caption about fucking city life? What's this about? That's not,
Hell
that
no.
puts me off, right? So it's interesting. What's also interesting is the majority of women don't have a clue in the modern world what men find attractive. So we said earlier in the very beginning of this podcast about men who want their dicks sucked, all this bullshit. Men don't, that's not attractive to men. We don't want any of that. Most women, if you were to say, how do you attract a man? They wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo. They wouldn't have an idea.
I know. They want a submissive woman.
Hello,
She
my
kicks
name is
for him.
Alpha.
Give him some
No,
massage.
but it's not-
Feed him great.
It's not-
She aggravated. I was literally trying not to laugh, man. She's so aggravated, man. Talking about feed him grapes. Cut that mess up.
Pat his head.
It's not just about that. One of the important things for being a man, especially in a relationship, is we want to be our woman. If I have a woman and I love her, I want to be her portal to the world. I want her to experience things through me and see things through me. So for that, I need a degree of innocence and purity for her. I want to be the first person to put her on a private jet. I want her to get on the jet and go, wow, I did it. Oh,
There you
you
go.
took me. It's like you wouldn't want to give someone a Christmas present if they had 10 presents better than you beforehand.
Yeah,
would you?
like that.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
so as
I already got
so
these.
as a woman,
I've already had the
what
experience.
makes you attractive to a man, to a degree, is your innocence and your purity. This is very important. And it can go down to very basic, simple things. I'll tell you, if I walk in a club, do you know who the hottest girl in the club? It's the girl who isn't dancing, isn't twerking on a fucking stage. Not surrounded by dudes. When girls want male attention in the club, they start drinking, twerking. That is the most revolting, haram bullshit. I may want to fuck you, but I don't want to be with you. If you show me a girl sitting in the corner, shy,
Quiet.
oh my God, she hasn't experienced too much life. I can show her things. And also, not just show her things.
Thanks.
This is a very important point that I get attacked by the Matrix for because they completely misunderstand me on purpose. As a man, If I'm out here struggling and leading and trying to lead my household, I also want a woman who shares my values. I want to a degree to educate my woman and show her things and for her to agree with me. Like you said earlier, you're looking for a male role model. You want to be a role model to your woman. If she's too
I just had a discussion about this as well, man. Let me tell you something. I feel like, boy,
experienced with life, it's difficult to be a role model. If she's sitting there shy and quiet, you can come along and say, no, you know what? Don't take the fucking vaccine. Listen to me. And you can be a role model for her. You can't do that for a woman who knows too fucking much, knows too many dudes, been too many places. So it's this degree of purity that we're looking for that's super important.
I'm curious if you said if she's like done too many.
Man, let me tell you something, man. God, dog. Come on, just for hold on, wait. We got to do some housekeeping real quick. Let's see. Oh, I already did that. You ever thought about coaching, bro? Yes. So yes and no, man. I thought about it. I've actually ran it by one of my mentors, and I actually talked to a few friends about like coaching. And you know, a lot of people, they like what I got to say, but I still feel like it's a lot of work that need to be done on the back end. I don't want to coach anybody just because I know what to say, you know, sometimes. So I know what to say, how to get my point across when it comes to some things. I still feel like there's a lot of work that I need to do, you know. And when you think about coaching, you know, life coach, relationship coach, and all the other stuff, man, that plays a big part in somebody's life. And I do not want to go into anything until I'm over prepared. Like I don't step foot on anything or necessarily like really try anything until I feel like in my mind that I'm mentally over prepared. That's just how I do things, man. But it is something that I want to look into moving forward, like into this year. Definitely want to do some coaching, man. But hey, man, thank you. I appreciate the question, man. We gonna see, man. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe soon. Maybe in the near future. And then we got another comment. We're gonna go ahead and get back to this, man. Great question, man. Great question. We'll see. Hopefully, Katie might, you know.
Many things that's like bad, right?
That's correct.
So I'm not even talking sexually, like that on a private jet. I'm curious because I live just.
But how do you get on a private jet without sucking dick?
Oh, I was just curious.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. That boy tripping.
My dad's part of like he's top like 1% in terms of like income, and I was just curious, is it different if you did stuff with your dad?
Well, no, that's fine.
No, not like that. That's
Didn't think of. Oh, wait. Now, come on, man. Come on. But I didn't think about it like that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. It's gonna be a little bit tougher. It's definitely gonna be a little bit tougher because she done had those experiences, even if it was like as a kid or whatever. That's interesting. That's a good question.
No, I'm not like
Good question.
It's a private jet.
Yeah, private jet.
Well, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But my point is that we're looking for a true degree of innocence inside of females, and it's that innocence that's going to make us feel protective over them, and that protectiveness is going to make us be good men.
Okay.
So when we're looking at
Always cannot stress that enough as a man, like being that protector, man.
society as a whole and how broken it is, I understand that men have a massive role to play, women have a massive role to play, but a lot of the paternal instincts and instinctual behaviors of men, because the instinctual behavior of man is to die for his woman. Like someone comes to try and take her, pull a sword, die to defend.
What did we just finish talking about, man? What was I just talking about? If a guy breaks into the doggone house, you as a man, you're supposed to be that protector. Just say it.
Defend her, right? If you're going through life and you find
I want you to. Did y'all see how Brittany Renner was cheesing? She was smiling about that, boy.
that men don't really feel about you that way, that's because a lot of their instinct is being eroded by the fact that you, like you said, they look through your IG or they look through your life and you've lived so much life, and they just feel like there's nothing new I can bring to this girl's reality.
But I don't feel like that's true though, because like I think it's like I get what you're saying to a degree, right? But it's like you could be on a private jet 10 times, but it's gonna be special because it's with you.
Not for him, it isn't.
Nope. You see, she thinks she's still trying to almost like force the guy to look through her lens. No, he's telling you from a man's point of view. You done been on a yacht. You done been in a Tesla with another guy. It's not to a guy. It just doesn't feel the same. But when a woman steps on that plane for the first time, when she steps foot inside of, I don't know, inside of something for the very first time, and you see that emotion and everything, like, yo, like this is the first time that I did something like this, like that. We get something from that, man.
No, for him it's special because it's your first time. Because men, maybe it's a biological predisposition, maybe it's just the way we're designed. But let's tie it back to sex, virginity, first time. It's not that you've done it; it's that you've done it with the first time with me. That's what is important. It's experience as a whole that men find. It's just the truth. Call me misogynistic, cancel me, whatever. I'm telling the truth. I always have done. It's experience of life as a whole that men, to a degree, find off-putting. We don't want a woman who's had a bunch of trauma, had a bunch of experiences, done a bunch of shit, knows a bunch of people, been a bunch of places. That's the absolute opposite of what we want. We want the complete polar opposite of that. And what's funny is women want men who have done those things. I'll tell you right now. Go out there and find a virgin woman and say, do you want to find your first boyfriend? Do you want to lose your virginity to a virgin man or a man
virgin hunk.
or a man who's had a couple girls?
Look at her, man. This young lady right here.
She'll choose a dude with experience as a virgin herself. Experience is...
I've heard that. I've honestly heard that, man. I've honestly heard that a lot of women have lost their virginity to a guy that wasn't a virgin. That's crazy.
Is always coveted and respected in men. It's the opposite in women.
That's true, that's true.
So it's true. So we have to look at how fucked up the world is.
I'm up here looking and thinking about, this is different. That's
Women,
crazy.
especially between their 18 and 28, or 18 and 25, let's say, are living these crazy lifestyles, these crazy lives, with the most important people, richest people on the planet, doing everything that can be experienced under the sun. And then at 29, 30, some dude's expected to come along, know he's second place to X, Y, Z, and be happy with that. And not allow it to hurt his ego, and sit there and pick it up and put a fucking brave face on. It kills him every day. And
If you spend over $100 a month on shopping online, if you do, you're gonna want to see this. I've already seen
And I know some women gonna come, well, he's a weak man. No, man. Hell no, it's just a guy.
That's the reality. He's in love with you. And you've been fucking where with fucking who? I can't afford a jet. I'm Joe Schmo.
Okay.
That fucking breaks their hearts.
Do you think that hoes can ever be turned into housewives?
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll answer that question.
Oh.
The answer is actually, truthfully, yes. Which I know a lot of people are confused
Wait,
by.
what?
They can. If you're a good enough, high enough level man, you absolutely can turn a hoe into a housewife, but why the fuck would you? Because you don't have to. A man like me, I could. But I'm not low on options, so I would never decide to do that. Mm-hmm. If you're a billionaire, could you can find an old rusty car and rebuild it, or you can just buy a new one, right? So it's not about what could be done, it's about what will be done. Mm-hmm. So once women hit a certain status of man, I don't think women are stupid. I actually argue the fact that women have a beautiful intuition. I think that women, to a degree, their intuition is truly almost psychic. The number of times I've come home and she's like, "You're cheating." And I was like, "How the fuck did she know?" You have intuition that is real. You guys
Come
are smart,
on, bro.
Right? And if they get to a certain echelon of man, they're not going to go anywhere because there's nowhere else to go. They're going to get to a guy eventually. They're going to stop at the buck and go, you know what? Where am I going to surpass this specimen? So I'm just going to behave for him. So you could turn a hoe into a housewife that way. But why would a man at that level want to do that?
Why do some guys at certain, and this is obviously a celebrity example, but I'm sure we can all think of examples in like day-to-day life where a guy with a lot of options does pick a hoe and like wife her, like for example Kim and Kanye. Because Kanye clearly has options.
She did not want to be a housewife.
No,
She was a project.
Okay, I understand. I'm just asking. Because some guys do pick.
Yeah, they do, and it's a really good point. And I have nothing bad to say about Kanye. In fact, I think a lot of the work he's doing now in terms of attacking the Matrix is important. But I can give you a generalized answer. But it's a man who is not true to his masculine imperative, which is going to fall for the propaganda machine which is being purported upon him, who's going to believe that all the crap that is being told by society, like a female's past doesn't matter, and all this shit doesn't matter. This is what's interesting in the fight against the Matrix, because people always say to me, Andrew, why do you come here and say all these things? They're literally trying to destroy your life for what you say. And the truth is, as a man, you have two choices.
Listen carefully. Listen closely. All the men, listen closely. I don't even know what he's about to say, but two things, man. Let's
either fight against the programming and the brainwashing they're trying to put inside of all of our minds, or you end up fighting against yourself. If you're a man and you sit down and you believe the garbage that society is telling you about how society functions between men and women, you're gonna end up getting fucking wrecked. Like these.
Done deal. Clip it. Clip that up right, mother loving now. Clip that up. The young man that I just spoke to, the exact same thing that I was trying to get him to understand, bro. Do not allow society to tell you that being a soft, feminine man is okay. It's not, bro. You got to get up out of that, man.
Dudes do.
I really want to, you know what, man? I want to kind of make that a little project, like for real. You know what I mean? Because I felt like, you know, we kind of bumped heads a little bit. I may make that a little project, dog, for real. And I tell you what, if I can turn somebody like that from being the way that they are into being better.
Sit there and go, just because she's fucked everyone doesn't mean she'll do it again. Just because and they sit there like dummies and they get fucking wrecked.
She a
right?
boss.
You have to sit there as a man and go, no, I don't give a shit what society's telling me. I understand something baseline about humanity, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why they make these poor choices. And a lot of men do make these poor choices, but it's only in the West. It's only in the West where this propaganda machine exists. You will not find a Russian billionaire doing this dumb shit. You will not find a Chinese billionaire doing this dumb shit. You do not go to Saudi and find a sheikh doing this dumb shit. None of it. You only find it in the West.
Do you think the values of the West are spreading?
What values?
So
Name a value.
Sorry.
Name a value.
Sorry, I might have misspoke. I mean, like the ideas of the West. Like I've just gotten I get messages from people like from all over, and like in places like India, I've heard feminism is spreading there. Like I've heard that. Do you not find that to be true?
So firstly, the West has no value. The only thing the West seems to defend fervently is LGBT. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm just saying it's the only thing that they'll stand up and fight for. I don't know why. It's weird. Like this. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about children going without child support. They don't care about people dying in wars. They don't care about our parents being in parenting homes. They don't care about crime. They don't care about no being able to pay their energy bills. They don't care about nothing. But they give a shit for some reason about this one thing, and they'll fucking throw the flag all around the world.
Surrounded around sex.
That's all they care about. It's fucking strange. So that's the first thing about the values of the West. Second thing, the harder society and the harder the life is as a whole, the longer it's going to take for feminism to spread. Feminism only exists in a vacuum of an easy life. If you're living in a society like India, where life is hard, feminism disappears, because the harder life is, the closer people naturally revert to their gender roles.
Yep. I said that, yep.
10 men, 10 women, stranded them on a desert island, and they had to survive. Very quickly, the men would do men shit, and the women would do women shit.
Absolutely.
There'd be very little talk about feminism and equality, and all this shit would fucking vanish
when it's time to survive. Absolutely, dog.
Shit hits the fan, right? So, in countries where life is harder, feminism can't take hold, because feminism can only exist in a vacuum of a very privileged life. I'm sure there's some kid in India who didn't get laid off some chick and she's complaining she's a feminist. There's a bunch of dumb shit, right? But I think the world is going to get a lot harder. I think the world is cyclical. I think it's been easy for a while. I think hard times are coming.
Absolutely.
And when hard times come, people are going to naturally revert to what gives them the highest chance of survival, which is just...
if you look at how things are going right now, you know, everybody was thinking, you know, 2020 and stuff was hard. I honestly believe, regardless of what everybody else is saying, I think it's going to get a lot harder, because even during 2020, I don't want to say it, but even during 2020, it seemed like people still had their own. Last year alone, so many people end up moving back in with their parents. I cannot remember exactly how, I don't know, they want to say like, I don't know, it was a large percentage of people in 2022, 2 years after 2020, end up moving back in with their parents. And they're basically just talking about, you know, rent and everything else is just too hard, it's too much, and it's just easier just to go back. I honestly believe that times are going to get harder, because you look around us right now, they're building up all of these doggone things, and the prices are going through the freaking roof, man.
Gender roles, right? I have the best chance of survival being a man, and a woman has the best chance of survival being my woman. That's how she's going to function.
Do you think women typically are happier as housewives rather than a career?
I'm gonna say yes. I'll say yes.
Well,
Depends on the career.
No, the
Depends
answer
on the man.
the answer is absolutely not really yes, because giving life is the most beautiful thing a female could do. That's what you evolved to do. That's the thing that men cannot do. I think that women who focus on having children and do their best to be good mothers in the end are the happiest females on the planet.
Being a mother and being a housewife is kind of different, though.
Okay, no, but it's essentially the same thing. If you're a housewife long enough, I'm going to assume you're going to end up having children. And I think that the sooner a woman has children, the better. If she can find a good man and have a child, that's a fantastic thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I don't see the point in a woman slaving away for a corporation that doesn't care about her as opposed to slaving away for her own flesh and blood. I think that's a complete waste of a life. I think men are already doing that. Why would you want to go along and do that?
Because a career is not just slaving away for a corporation. A career can involve a million different things.
Well, that's exactly what a career is. It's slaving away for a corporation that doesn't care about you. And I understand you have to pay the bills, and I understand you don't want to be completely sufficient. You don't want to be self-sufficient. You don't want to be dependent on a man. I understand all that. But in an idealistic scenario, the vacuum of ideology, if you could sit and be a woman and focus on having children or focus on doing a job, I think on a long enough time scale, you're going to be much happier with your progeny as opposed to working a job.
Can I ask you a question? Because I feel like we talk a lot about hoes, we talk about a lot of the extreme. There's a lot of gray matter in the middle, where a lot of women kind of get lost. For example, I think that one of the issues sometimes...
Ask the question, man. Ask the freaking question. They about to...
that I hear a lot about, and I personally may say I feel it sometimes, is that when you're also a quite educated woman, intellectual, intelligent, whatever, smart, a lot of the time, naturally, you speak in a way...
My bad, man, but... Oh, girl keep going to the bathroom, man. She must have got a little bladder problem or something.
That stands out from other people, right? And I find that a lot of the time, that kind of intimidates some of the men then, where they start thinking, this girl is a bit too much. Now, it is not my fault that I'm smart. It's not my fault that I can put one and one together very nicely, very quickly. What kind of man is going to handle that?
Man, listen, man. This is an easy.
This woman laughs like I don't speak for long and got 3 degrees. Now I feel.
What is she trying to say? You're not smart.
It's okay. I speak how I do for a reason. So please, sir, can you help me out? I'm trying to find a husband, the kind of beast that can handle a woman like me.
Well, this is another point, right? And I'm only answering generally, right? Because this is the first time I met all of you ladies. You've all been very polite to me. You've all been very nice. I'm just talking generally. And I'm going to answer it based on your last sentence. Your last sentence was handle a woman like me. Let's look at the average man's life, like I just discussed earlier, how difficult it is, how competitive he has to be, and how many problems he has to fix. Do you think he wants to handle any woman?
Okay, so...
Do you, like the idea of any degree of problem? It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like the point of having a woman as a man, for me at least, is for her to be my peace and quiet. My life is stress. You see me, I'm rolling around with fucking security teams, and I got problems, and they're after me, and when I come home to my chick, the last thing I want to do is have to handle anything. I want her to just sit the fuck down and her make me happy. She needs to be my positive energy. She needs to be my sunshine in the rainstorm. Okay. So you're talking about.
All right, we're gonna stop in about a minute, y'all. We're gonna try to stop it at about a minute.
Can handle you. I don't know. I can't answer the question exactly, but if you're sitting there constantly arguing over small points or correcting him, he's probably thinking this is a battle. I don't have the energy for another fight.
Okay, so now let me add extra context to what I mean as well. So obviously submission is something that people talk about a lot. Yeah. For me, I'm a logical person, I believe, and I submit with logic. I don't submit by...
Okay, so it sounds like it's situational, man. It's not a part of who she is or anything like that, man. Yeah, I'm good. Problematic.
There's a level of respect that I believe I need to have to be able to submit. Obviously, it's not that I go around and I disrespect all men and everything, but I find that my level of...
If you give me just 89 seconds, I'm going to show you this $1
million
skill
on
that I'm scared to teach you in school, and how you can use it to get...
Thought process. A lot of the times...
It makes it hard. No, so I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, thank you.
You know.
All right. Because I don't know what the heck she's trying to get at, man. Is she not attracting these type of guys? That'll be my first question. Whatever guy that you want, are you not attracting these type of guys, or these type of guys not attracted to you?
But you need to find a man you truly respect to submit to him, and I completely respect that. And that's the same with 99% of women. Like you're never going to submit to a man you don't respect. Yeah. And respect is ultimately important because you're not going to sleep with a man you don't respect. You're not going to be attracted to a man you don't respect. Respect is the bottom line of it, and the man has a job to do. He has a duty to do to be worthy of respect. But this all goes back into a very interesting point. Some of the points I've kind of mentioned earlier. If I was a woman, if I was a chick, the chance of me ending up in a relationship with a man I don't respect is 0%. I don't understand how you girls end up. Well, I do understand how you girls end up here. You end up here because of feminism, promiscuity, promises that running around taking dick is fine, dumb shit, stupid decisions. I'm independent, so it doesn't matter that he's a dummy. Bunch of garbage. When you should be waking up going, you know what? I'm going to be extremely selective, and I'm going to take my time and be very, very smart, because you're the gatekeeper. By the time you're in a relationship with somebody, you should have immense respect for that man. Absolute immense respect.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be able to get there any other way. The only reason you got there is because you've been tricked by society and lied to and told a bunch of fucking bullshit. So, so you're talking about submission and respect. Yeah, it'll come when you meet the right man, naturally. And this is another point I make, because I have a lot of men message me. I trust, guys, please understand, I'm the most Googled man on the planet. I have 100,000 emails a day. And I get dudes email me, how do I get my woman to submit? And I don't reply to, I can't reply to all the emails, but if I ever read them, I'm like, bro, you're a fucking dork. Why would she reply to you? Why would she submit to you? You're a fucking nerd. That's the truth. I'm not out here saying submit to all men, men are the boss. I'm saying, listen, there's natural balance in the universe. When you meet a G, I've never had trouble with a woman obeying me. She just wants to. It's natural for our dynamic. If she didn't want to obey me, we wouldn't even get to the point of a relationship. If she didn't feel like she wanted to listen to me, we would have never got to where we want to get. It just doesn't work. That shit only happens when the female's fucking giving up sex too easy and the dude's just picking up easy pussy and they end up in some bullshit relationship they don't even like each other. That's dumb shit. That's dumb shit, right? But I don't have any of these problems in my life. And if you're a dude at home and you're watching this and you go, oh, my woman to submit, and she doesn't, guess what? She doesn't respect you. And guess whose fault that is a lot of the time? Your fault.
And deal. That's it. We're gonna stop it right there. All right, we're gonna stop. Clip it. If you want to clip it, go ahead and clip it, man. Whew. Very, very valid points, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still thinking about this little coaching thing, man. Hey, shout out to wait, let me see. The ultimate red pill, man. I'm really gonna consider that, man. I'm really gonna think on that. I really got some things to think about. But that's the bottom line, fellas, man. That's the bottom line. All these guys that are out here complaining about, because y'all already know how I deal with everything, man. I cannot stand people that complain. All right? If you want a different outcome, then something about you needs to change in order to get those outcomes. Or you can continue to stay in that same cycle and continue to get the exact same results. That's on you. My thing is, don't complain. But the last thing that he said is, basically, you can't force a woman into submission. All right? You can't force a woman to be submissive to you. She either does or she doesn't. All right? And the problem is, a lot of dudes, or what he was saying, you're basically dorks, man. You got a lot of stuff that you need to fix about yourself before you can get respect from anybody. You don't even respect yourself. Because, you know, when you look at a lot of your lifestyles or whatever, man, you just basically just going through the motions. You have no order. You have no structure about anything that you do. You're just going about life just, hey, what the hell with it? Just going to wake up this morning, I'm just going to do whatever. I know I got to work today. And then after I get off, I'm probably going to lollygag, chill with the boys, play games or whatever. You need structure. You need order. Some of you guys need coaching. Not for me. All right. It's a lot of well-qualified guys out there that would be willing to coach you. You guys need to go to therapy, man. It's a lot of trauma and stuff that people have went through in their life that they have not dealt with. And you need to go speak with a professional to help you get through those things. All right. And, you know, work on those things, man. That's a good place to start. Anyway, I do apologize. I know I got some people that's just now coming in. They normally tune in around this time. My bad, y'all. I have a very busy night tonight. I got to get started on this little product review for this company. So I'm about to get with y'all a little bit later, man. And I still got to finish my workout. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.